pretend the camera's not here at all. Once you go, how do you think I'm gonna go with the twins? Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I'm stressed. I'm very stressed. Or people who just go out and vlog in bars for a living. I don't know why I get singled out so much as, you know, making a terrible decision in life. Now one of my responses was to this long-term viewer was, please go let every single Thailand-based YouTuber know the exact same thing.
Good morning, Ricky and Isaan here, coming to you from Chaiyapoom, Thailand, with the twins. They're really roaming. This is part of the morning routine now, or just any part of the day routine. They don't want to be in the bedroom, so they want to roam, mate. See what's going on, and unfortunately, they touch everything, as you can see. I open up my little cabinet here and pull out all the shoes. Got that cabinet for crazy cheap from like a second-hand shop in Korat. Got a lot of cheap furniture. So we do contain them in the bedroom a bit during the day. Like you got all your toys, you get them to have their naps and whatnot, obviously. Don't know how I'm going to do it when Mum leaves, if I'm going to keep them set up here or move it upstairs. I think it's a lot cooler down here. And I've got the baby gate, obviously. The instant you open that baby gate, they make a mad dash. A mad dash. What are you doing, Lily? Chewing on some shoes. Chewing on some shoes. But Jesus, it's getting hot again the last few days, and Mum's going home this week. Like, I'm filming this, it's Wednesday. Mum flies home on Monday, so it's sad, man. How quick it's all gone. It's been great. We've had issues during it. Obviously, I was in hospital for 2 nights. There was a few other things I had to sort as well. We had to duck to Bangkok for a night. But yeah, it's just crazy how quick Mum's gone. But with the routine with the twins, it's going really good. But a lot of comments are saying how they're crying a lot less. They're crying a lot less. They are still crying plenty, don't worry. But yeah, it is less than previously, and I feel like I can handle it. I can get them up and going again. But yeah, I think I can do this. Well, I know I can do this. And you know, if I got to take on the help of a part-time nanny or a little bit of daycare here and there, there's nothing wrong with that, is there? How you doing, Mum?
Good. Just like...
Having a nice morning nap. You're going home in under a week, Mum. To be honest, I don't feel great about it because it's gone too quick. How do you feel about it?
Wish I was staying longer, and but I'll be back soon. It's not be back very soon.
Hopefully. In all honesty, like pretend the camera's not here at all. Once you go, how do you think I'm gonna go with the twins? Like,
You need patience and you'll be fine.
you sure it's just patience?
You need to actually believe in yourself that you can do it, and you will do it.
And I need
Stop
probably
being negative.
8 legs and 8 arms as well. No.
Well,
To be honest, I think it's easier than 6 months ago when I moved to this house, because now I can let them roam around, I can let them walk around and do their thing, and it keeps them happy for quite a while. They're even now starting to go into the playpen with the TV on and let us go, you know, if we need to have a shower or do something. They might cry a bit, but it's not the same as it was. In that sense, it's gotten me easier, but then there's other things like one day they're eating something, the next day they don't want to eat anything.
you just have to go with the flow of eating. Number 2, crying. All kids cry. Anyone who says their kids don't cry is lying.
I've noticed though with Lily, she does this cry, like when she wants something, and then looks at me, and then if I'm not running to her or not caring, she stops crying. I've noticed it a few times actually. She does a cry, and then she looks if I'm, you know, on my way to come get her. Have you noticed that at all with Lily?
Lily will put on a fake cry for you because she knows you're going to come running and pick her up.
She actually looks. She looks over.
She looks at you. She looks at you. Or she looks
interesting.
She looks at you and smiles, and then she looks at her sister and she smacks her one. That's what caught him out doing.
I've noticed the fighting. There's a little bit of fighting, a little bit of shots they take at each other. They're quite amusing in that sense. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm stressed. I'm very stressed just thinking about it all once you go, because I thought it'd be easier than this now, but it's still bloody hard, and I'll do it. I'll manage. If my plans go to plan with, you know, what I'm trying to do business wise and stuff like that, and stuff goes well, you know, then there's no reason I can't organise daycare a day or two just to give myself a bit of a chop out, or even hire a nanny for a few days a week, something like that. But that's all unknown at the moment. But just in general, it's just, yeah, I don't know. I'm a bit stressed about it all, but I also, yeah, I don't know what. I'm stressed, but it also seems easier than it was previously. But yeah, I guess we'll just see what happens.
Having children don't come with instruction, doesn't come with a manual. You just have to go with the flow, and every child's different.
I think Rowdy Train said that to me yesterday. They don't come with a manual. We'll just see how it goes, and then you'll be back soon anyway.
Back soon. Back very soon.
I am. I'm not going to lie. I was talking to the girlfriend about it last night. I'm actually feeling a bit upset that, like, you're already going, you know what I mean? I think just previously you stayed here for such a long time, but this has just gone too quick. And obviously we've had issues. I was in hospital, had to duck to Bangkok for it. Like, there's been too much going on that we haven't...
Hey, look, just don't worry about it. No,
the weather's been good.
Life's unpredictable. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Just remember, it won't be the terrible twos.
Well, it's already a terrible one.
It's already a terrible one.
It'll probably just only get easier from here until they're starting preschool. I think it's 2.5 years in Thailand.
I think them interacting with other children will wear them out, and then when you have them, they'll be tired and they'll just come home and go to sleep too. They'll do them the world of good.
I think one thing I've noticed them here with us is they're not getting sick anymore. In the village, they were getting sick. It's like every time I go see them, oh, this one's sick now, this one's sick now. Like every single time. But now no one's sick because, like, we're still taking them out and stuff, but they don't have that endless exposure. In the village, people come and go all the time. There's too many people in the house. So I'm going to resume sharing them, like I said, with Grandma. But if they keep getting sick all the time, then I'm going to have to definitely probably cut that down, because what am I supposed to do? Every time I pick them up, they're sick because they get sick in the village. Like, it's not fair on me if that's what happens, but we'll just see how it goes anyway.
Yeah.
But I noticed they don't get sick here anymore with me. They're doing very well with the germs. And this guy, I'm proud of this guy and the bond he's built with them. They're like good friends now, Luga and the twins. Even this morning, they were very happy to see him. And we're in the park yesterday, Mum. I took him for a walk without you. And Spazzo here was off in the distance. And Lily could see him. And she's like yelling out, hey, come on. Like she's trying to tell him, hurry up and come on, what are you doing? Like she knows it's her dog, you know? She was actually yelling, like when I was at KFC and Lily was yelling out to me across the room, like, what are you doing? We're over here. Like, you know, she's trying to communicate, but she just doesn't have the words yet. But
it's good.
Seeing Lily do that and doing that to me in KFC feels good. Like, she knows who I am, she knows who Luga is, she knows we're family, and yeah, he was across the park and she's yelling out, hey, she's like waving to him and yelling out to him. Say, what are you doing? Come on, we're over here. It was just, it was a cool little moment. I wish I caught it on camera.
He's a good little dog with him, and it's good that they're around animals too, because a lot of kids don't interact with animals, and then when they do, something does happen. But it's good they're around animals.
He's a great dog. Very protective, as you know, very territorial, but he protects the twins, just like he protects me. Like, yeah, he's a very good companion, this guy. Lunch is on the way. Little barricade here to stop the girls from heading outside, and they're over here having some crackers. Munch on your crackers? No, don't leave the crackers. Luga's gonna steal them, isn't he? But we just ordered a nice krapow delivered to the house. Should be here shortly. Come on, eat your cracker, Lily. Alrighty, lunch is delivered. Got a pad krapow, Mum. Each. I ordered non-spicy. I know you don't like the spice, so it should be fine. And I guess the rice and the egg we can share a bit with these girls if they want to eat. If you don't want to eat, then yeah, I don't know. But it should be good. Better grab their bloody chair. They love moving. They love moving the chairs around, these ladies. Let's push them. We're only down to 2 chairs now. I've got to block the flowers here, and I've got another chair to stop them going out the front of the house. They want to go outside now too much. I probably need another baby gate if I want to keep my front door open. So 2 meals for mum and me delivered. 110 Thai baht. That's $4.70 Australian. Full delivery price to the house. It doesn't get much cheaper than that for 2 meals, mate. Because there is something I want to talk about at the end of this video, unfortunately. Getting labelled selfish, mate. Getting labelled selfish by a long-term viewer who I don't know why he just spat the dummy at me all of a sudden, but we'll have a bit of a chat at that shortly. Let me enjoy my krapow. Hello. The 2 lovely ladies want a bit of krapow, I think. I know the dog wants some.
Open.
Hello, mate. Is that delicious? They don't mind a bit of rice. I guess that's their Asian genetics, eh? They don't mind a bit of rice at all. They literally just spat a bit out then. But they will at least have a go.
Egg.
With the rice. Daisy stirring up the dog. So for those of you who don't know, I've got a second YouTube channel. It was my late wife's channel that I've continued on, essentially to keep the story going for the Thai viewers. I pop Thai subtitles on the viewers, and sometimes it's recycled content from the Ricky and Isaan channel. Sometimes, like the past month or so, it's its own unique content. Generally, it's just baby stuff. It's nothing too exciting. It's nothing, not a whole heap about Thailand. I try to keep Ricky Isaan more about Thailand, although it probably does creep more towards a baby channel now, doesn't it? Or a fatherhood channel more than anything. So for whatever reason, some long-term viewer, and I'm not going to name him, came across this channel, and for some reason he's thought I've kicked the Thai family off their channel and I've taken it over, which I have no idea why. You could have just clicked on the channel and seen the history going back to October of me making videos on his channel. It's just a little side thing I do, and this long-term viewer, I don't know, for whatever reasons, got offended or upset because I was on a short 3, 4, 5 minute video walk with my twins, and I just popped a little video up showing what we're up to that morning. Nothing special. It's very minimal editing. It's very minimal video work in general. But to get labelled as losing the plot, think about your future. What are you doing because you came across a 5 minute video? Essentially, I viewed that as an attack on me. It wasn't a positive comment at all. And if someone wants to bite, I should be free to bite back. And then I bit back, and this viewer decided that he was offended and triggered. And how dare I speak to him like that when, what's the saying? Don't throw stones in glass houses is how I view it. Like, I've got nothing against the bloke. Seems like a great bloke. He said back in the day he donated to the GoFundMe that Isaan Drew set up for me. And don't worry about that, mate. That's absolutely fantastic. That money is untouched. That money sits there in an interest account for the twins as they grow up. For anyone who's got concerns about that, there is no concerns. I'm not here living off that. I haven't touched it. What I do sustains our living, and we put money away each month. So I don't know why I'd get labelled as selfish and not thinking about my children's future. I think we're better off here, to be honest. Even if I was in Australia, working a full-time job, not seeing my children, paying for childcare, at least here, we're making some savings. If we get into like people giving me donations and stuff, if you go have a look at my Buy Me a Coffee page, which is the only thing I've got there, compared to a lot of these other Thailand channels who have many, many links for donations, including people who have made terrible life decisions and lost bars, or people who just go out and vlog in bars for a living. I don't know why I get singled out so much as, making a terrible decision in life when I'm probably in the best position I can be right now with my children, and I'm working at making it even better. I'm not rich. I live a very cheap and modest lifestyle, and I enjoy it. I enjoy the lifestyle here. I don't need a whole heap to make me happy. But there's nothing about my lifestyle that's selfish. So I just don't get why a long-term viewer would have these concerns all of a sudden, and why it seems to be me who gets singled out. Now, one of my responses was to this long-term viewer was, please go let every single Thailand-based YouTuber know the exact same thing. it could be a close family friend who has the exact same views as me. If someone's going to attack me like that and say I'm being a selfish father and selfish individual and making terrible life decisions when I don't agree with you, of course I'm going to give my thoughts back. So don't get offended if you're going to take a swipe at someone and they take a swipe back. Don't be worried about my situation. I'm not asking for anything. But I'm also not going to reveal, everything that I make. I'm not going to share my tax return online for everybody to see. You could easily go onto other Thailand-based YouTubers and have a rough idea about what some YouTubers make. Now, I'm not making anything like that. I need a very small amount here to survive monthly, and I can make that amount and put some extra away for my daughters, for their education, for bits and pieces. And like I've said many times before, regardless of finances, this is the best place culturally to raise children, in my opinion, and for somebody to grow up and become a member of society. I think Kevin as well. Now, I'm not taking a go at you, Kevin, but you said something the other day about me not working or not having a traditional 9-to-5 job. I don't know what people think this YouTube thing is. Like, obviously YouTube makes ad revenue. So do you guys think I'm just sitting around, like twiddling my thumbs and I just upload a video? People see a 10, 15-minute video a few days a week and then judge your whole life off it. Obviously, if this individual who, obviously you're a fan of me. You've been watching me for a long time. You leave positive comments. I don't know. Maybe you had a bad day to leave a bit of a negative comment, have a dig at me. I even replied to your comment saying we can have a chat on the phone, mate, and I can discuss more personal details with you because I'm not going to reveal, everything personally online. Like I said, you're silly to. But you're probably gone and you probably won't see this, and that's fine. Many viewers, people who talk to you and act like, you're going to be lifelong friends and they're going to come cook for you when they come to Thailand, and then all of a sudden you look one day on WhatsApp and, that American viewer's now deleted me and gone. I hadn't heard from him for a few weeks. And it's just a reality of YouTube. You don't need to take it too seriously. The general viewership changes every 3 months. Every 3 months, I've generally got new viewers. There are a small percentage of long-term viewers who hang around, and then there's another small percentage of viewers who have watched you previously and they just come and go. And that's just YouTube. It's nothing to be offended by. Maybe I should get into what it's like being a YouTuber and discuss that one day. And it's the same with me. I watch a lot of other YouTubers and sometimes I just don't watch them again for 6 months and then I tune back in and see what they're up to. But in regards to me and my future and my twins, nobody has anything to worry about. If shit hit the fan, if we had nowhere to turn, obviously we'd get on a plane and go to Australia, and even then, mate, there's no real saving grace there. I'll have to go move in with my grandma or my brother with 2 children, figure out what to do with the kid. Like, there's no saving grace there. But I'm here working on projects. I've actually got something coming up very soon at the moment that's been a work in progress, and that is going to expand into more things. I'm always looking around for any potential remote work a digital nomad can do here online. And on top of that, I've been applying for maybe 10 to 15 jobs a week for the past few months to do remotely. Now, I've been knocked back from every single job. That's fine. It's not really a job market globally with the global economy, with the Australian economy, is it? But I've got a bachelor's degree. I write up a very nice cover letter explaining my circumstances and what I can bring, and how stable, the internet connection can be from here, and how all this can be done legally through Australia and Thailand, and I'm happy to do it all like that because that's what I want. But the unfortunate thing is I've been knocked back endlessly in that sense, and it's not to say I could go to Australia and get a job as well anyway. But I'm confident something will come through eventually regarding that with my work history and my credentials. I'll find something. But in the meantime, we're fine. Like, there's nothing to be concerned about. I'm preparing and doing all these things because YouTube can't be an endless career. All I'm simply doing here as a father is attempting to raise my daughters, and that's a bloody hard mission as it is, putting away some funds every month for our future to sustain our living so they can have whatever they want in life. And then on top of that, I'm looking for more. I'm attempting to do more. I'm attempting to have that extra thing on the side, whether that be a local business here in Thailand, a digital nomad, online remote job. I'm always searching and planning and exploring these options, because why would I wait until in 2 years' time when YouTube's not a viable option anymore, you know what I mean? But for me and my daughters, that's all I'm concerned about. I'm not concerned about anyone else. I've got my partner, and she's part of the family, and she brings no burdens, she brings no debt, she brings no hardship to our family. If anything, she gives us an advantage for me and my twins going forward, and she's there for me, and she's there for my twins. We're not living paycheck to paycheck here. I'm doing what's best for my children, and to label me selfish and say, oh, I've got a Thai wife, I know how cheap it is in Isaan. Well, maybe you don't, mate. Maybe you really don't. Maybe you haven't lived here. Maybe you come here, you buy 6 beers a night, a pack of smokes, you eat Falang food, you go eat at nice restaurants. Maybe you don't know what it's like to live here as a foreigner, living as a local, cheap rent, and to be honest, comparing it to Thais who live in a whole multi-generational family in a household, you can say the rent's not cheap. But eating and living as a local Thai person, like I do, like maybe you don't know just how cheap it is here. And cheap's not the word, is it? Because there's Thais out there working for 300, 400, 500 baht a day. And when you compare it to what, they're making at 500 baht a day, it's not really cheap, is it? But I don't see any option where a foreigner can't move to Thailand and make 500 baht a day legally. Of course, I can go become an English teacher right now, but then what happens with me in the children time? I basically won't see my twins at all if I go become an English teacher. So people just need to chill out in the whole, you're failing your kids, you need to go back to Australia sense, because A, it's not happening. Well, it is happening. I'm going to go for a trip next month to Australia, so you'll see a couple of vlogs. You may see some family members you've never seen before, but I won't show too much because I think a lot of people won't want to see the Australia stuff. But B, this is home. Thailand is home. This is my future. This is where I'm staying. This is where I'm raising my children. This is where they're going to school. And just, if you don't like it, mate, don't watch. Don't watch people. But of course, I've got so many supportive people who do watch and love and support what I'm doing. And I appreciate you. And people who do give me super thanks donations every so often and buy me a coffee donations every so often. I appreciate it so much. I always thank you guys. And the main thing is you don't have to be doing it. I've got channel memberships, 40 baht a month? Do you really think I'm milking the 40 baht a month there, guys? YouTube takes another 33% on top of that. I'm just happy people want to watch me at all. I'm just happy with the community I've got of commenters and the community who I can talk to on many platforms, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, Instagram, Discord. I've met so many incredible people through this YouTube thing, and I know there's a lot of clowns and tools who comment, but just to have this from a long-term viewer who all of a sudden just spat the dummy and got triggered by what I'm apparently doing just baffled me. Like, you've been there, you've been supporting me for the last year, it seems like, and then all of a sudden I'm a bad guy. So I don't know, mate. I don't know. I have seen you in the comments watching other Thai YouTubers who are in really bizarre situations, but I seem to get singled out and labelled the bad guy amongst the Thai-based vloggers community. It's bizarre. So a bit of a long, boring video this one with a bit too much talking, guys. But I'm going to try and enjoy the rest of the week with Mum, get her out and about, although there's not a whole heap of places for us to go to here. And try not to be too sad as Mum goes home in under a week. Hope you guys are doing well. I'll see you in the next one.